is up, you guys? It is your girl Kia Cartel here with a reading from my Aquarius gang. If you are new to my channel, welcome. If you are not new, welcome back. I have already done a pre-shuffle and you guys had a few things pop out already. I will say take what resonates and leave what does not for whoever the hell it does belong to. Do not make something that does not feel right a part of your process, okay? Speaking of process, we have trust the process, okay? We also have envy showing up, and I have independent as well. Your energy to me, Aqua, is very, very, very independent these days. I feel like a lot of you are taking on more control when it comes down to succeeding, right? Like planning certain things. And if you haven't been planning, I feel like this is something that you get into motion with, all right? I have two new decks that I will be using today. We're going to go ahead and clarify, you know, your independence, who's envying you. I do feel an energy of people, right? Like not just one person, not just two, but many people who are very jealous, okay? And even if it's not necessarily jealousy, it does give me, you know, like lack of confidence coming from this person, okay? Insecurity for sure, right? You are a person who sticks out and stands out in many situations without trying. So I do feel that you have, you know, we know that you have an energy that's unmatched. I tell you guys this all the time if you've been sticking around, but your energy is one that can be very intimidating to people, which puts people in a position to be weird, you know what I'm saying? Just because they don't know how to be normal around you. Ooh, already. Okay. So I have spirit and perception, period. And I also have wishes and sensitivity, okay? Many of you, I feel, are definitely getting more in tune with your spirituality. Whether or not, you know, this is coming from like a friend or you doing your own practice and journey, it's one of those things where you are finding peace. I feel like a lot of you are really just wanting peace, right? It's like, I don't want no chaos, no negativity, no bullshit. Like I need everything to be in line with what it is that I want, right? Your wishes and sensitivity, a lot of you put a lot of pressure on yourselves, rushing yourself through the process. Trust the process, okay? Trust the process. A lot of you are doubting that things are going to happen because they aren't showing up right in this moment. Reason being is sometimes you need to be pulled away from things and people and be silenced, and be alone in order to recognize, think clearly, and see things clearly as well. So a lot of you are putting so much pressure on yourself when it comes down to what life is going to look like or what that's going to be like, who's going to love me, who am I going to be with, like relationships come through. All right. And then we also have love and motherhood. So a lot of you could definitely be, you know, mothers. I feel like, you know, being a parent is a process where you're going to learn every single day. So I do feel that a lot of you are looking to be a little more sensitive, rather than hard body when it comes down to this portion of motherhood. Now, someone could be, you know, earning to be a mother or becoming a mother in this moment. Finding out you are pregnant is a thing as well. And then we have the wolf showing up. Yes, instinct, loyalty, wanting someone who's going to be loyal. So who is this person that is making you feel like you're running around in circles? There is someone literally dealing with a person who just cannot keep it a buck to save their life. I have no doubt that the energy coming through is a person who really likes you. I feel like there is someone here who really, really, really likes you, but they just don't know how to adapt to your lifestyle or adapt to your aura. This is someone who feels they have to prove such a major point when it comes down to you. Showing out shows up, right? Someone with a very large ego. I do feel like this is someone who drags other people along in the process, but you won't be dragged along, okay? Finding out that they're actually in love with you is a hard thing for them to, a hard pill to swallow, because I do feel like this is a person who's like, I don't fall in love, okay? That could be that hard body energy, coming from a person who's like, you know what, nah, like I'm cool, it is what it is. Like just making it as if they really don't give a fuck about a connection, when in reality, you make them give a damn about a connection. Silencing the room. What's that about? Can we go ahead and clarify silencing the room? I heard it loud and clear. Thank you. Community. Perseverance. So a lot of you just need to keep going. I think that many of you are influencers in ways that you don't even know. So a lot of you could physically be, actively be influencers where you influence people in a major way through just, work or, some type of business here. Somebody here is just doing something that gathers a lot of people together and pushes them in a really good direction. I feel like a lot of you need to pay more attention to your entrepreneur state, right? Like be more in tune with being a boss. Love can interfere with those things. And I do feel minor blockages when it comes down to you needing to redirect how you were thinking. Do not allow this person's absence or this person's dysfunction to ruin your routine when it comes down to work. Financial stability shows up for you. Okay, I know a lot of you are struggling right now with how you're going to come up with a certain amount of money to get certain things done, whether or not a new position is coming into play. I do see phone call coming through. So a lot of you could be receiving a phone call for a new business opportunity, leveling up in the process, okay? Becoming, a lead or, a supervisor or something within a business, taking on a new opportunity in business. Yes, we have foresight travel, okay, moving forward. So a lot of you will be moving. I know a lot of you are probably trying to figure out where you're going to move and what that looks like. Possibly moving into a new direction or into a new relationship with a person shows up as well. I do see a lot of new energy coming through. A lot of you are getting ready to get into a situation with a person who is like, I don't know, the spark that I feel is like kind of magical. It almost makes me feel like, it is dreamy. I just see a lot of you daydreaming about this situation or this love connect. It finally comes through and then you're like, whoa, hold up. Is this really what I want? Staying more in tune with what you want, right? If you ask for something, be sure that you can actually participate in the things that you are asking for. And by that, I mean, if you are asking for love, be sure that you have enough time to dedicate to this new relationship. I feel like as Aquarius, we tend to fall in love quickly. And I know a lot of you are going to be like, but that's not a bad thing. Being a humanitarian and being a outcasted sign puts us in a position to be off the chart, right? We are completely different by nature. So falling in love with people is a part of our nature. We like to do things outside of the box and people love that. I think that's what people gravitate towards the most is like, damn, every Aqua that I've met is creative in some way or very intellectual in some way, right? Looking to do things outside of the box. So you've put this energy off on people who have never received that type of vibe before. You're like different as hell. And I feel like instead of doubting yourself, you need to give yourself more gratitude for the fact that you are a different person. You do give off this amazing ass energy. And if someone isn't available to show you the things you've been able to show them in return, then it's okay to let certain people go. Now, a lot of you are going to be, if you aren't already, going to be going through a very emotional toll within the next couple of weeks, okay? Questioning why you've given your time to certain people, questioning what this situation is, questioning whether or not a person is really into you the way that you're into them. You're going to go through a very emotional toll when it comes down to a connection, because it's not easy for people to come in to our lives as well. I'm an Aquarius as well. So I do understand, like, I don't let people in already. So when I do let someone in, it's because, that person clearly matters. So when they fuck up or when they don't show up as the person that you thought they would have showed up as, or things start to change in a very drastic way where shit's starting to get weird, now you start to question yourself, right? We need to pull ourselves back together and realize there are some people who are just not going to be able to comply with the standards and the boundaries that we've had set, okay? And if you aren't a person who normally sets boundaries, you need to. Someone here is, it's a lot of tears. Family shows up. So many of you could be going through a situation where family is dysfunctional right now, feeling like you don't really have the love, support, and just people to back you up in certain things that you would like. I just feel like a lot of you are missing out on just the support system, okay? It does feel like a lot of you are tired of having certain conversations. I do see things on repeat. Community shows up twice, and then I have outpouring. You guys have the Ace of Cups and you guys have the Chariot. A lot of you are leaving a person who drained you of money. I feel like there's always someone asking you for something, and baby, it's kind of like, if you don't have it for yourself, how the fuck are you getting it for anybody else? Enough. Okay? Who's gonna help me? Right? Is what I'm feeling like a lot of you have thought or said out loud. Like, who the fuck is gonna help me? With the Chariot coming out, victory, overcoming obstacles, success, ambition, determination, okay, willpower, control, and self-discipline. Many of you need to take hold of the mind. I feel like living up here can either be like an amazing thing or a very terrible thing if you are, depending on what state you're in, okay? A lot of you need to redirect and reprogram your thought process into a positive position. Positive thinking will shape a positive outcome 10 times out of 10. Okay, if you're thinking something negative, you're attracting negative things. If you wake up and you're like, ew, my day's already fucked up. Next thing you know, you done stubbed your toe on the goddamn bed. Okay, you done fell out the bed. Like, it's all kinds of crazy things happening because you woke up with that energy. If you wake up and you give yourself, again, gratitude, and you thank the universe or God, your higher power, for another opportunity to succeed in ways that you can only imagine, things start to flow in a way where you're like, damn, okay, today was a pretty good day, even if you had a couple of bumps in the road. Someone here misses you. I do have music showing up, so I do feel like someone here is definitely, listening to songs that remind them of you. You could be the person that thinks of a person as soon as a certain song comes on. There is a connection here that just will not leave you. Someone here feels as if they fucked up, okay? Let's go ahead and get more clarity as to what is going on for my Aquarius gang. So your third house shows up in communication and interaction. Yo, communication shows up for me 3 times, okay? So many of you are getting ready to channel a lot of success, a lot of money, a lot of opportunity. Collaboration here. I see you working with someone who is able to benefit your process, okay? Take the opportunity. That's all I'm gonna say. Don't miss out on the opportunity because you want to be stuck in your head about somebody that just can't get it. Fuck them. Leave them behind. If they can't get it together or keep up, leave them behind. Right? You are getting ready to step into your third house of communication and interaction. This is working for someone in this moment. We are in a retrograde. So technical difficulties when it comes down to contracts, when it comes down to technology in general, phone issues, okay, computer issues, emails, and then just, of course, lack of communication when it comes down to business. So I do want you to think before you react, think before you speak, make sure that you are, not acting irrational or doing things irrationally because you're not allowing yourself time to process what needs to be done. There are certain things that are going to purposely be in your way. Right? There are certain people who are going to purposely be in your way. There are people who want to see you win, but they just don't want to see you win before them. So I need a lot of you to understand that if love connections are not going well, maybe that person is just not meant to take this journey with you. Not everybody that is around you was able to sit at the table that you were getting ready to sit at, okay? They could be sitting at a table across from you. They could be sitting at the table next to you, but maybe it's not your table. Right? Because you're the head of your table. By this, I'm saying not only do you have control as to what is happening, but you have control as to how you feel, right? Like, it's one of those things where if it doesn't make you feel right, get rid of it, okay? You do have your 5th house showing up with joy and play, okay? Have fun. I feel like a lot of you, again, are putting so much pressure on yourself to be this person that is doing everything correctly, when in reality, you are going to come across a few crossroads. Pick a side, any side, right? Things are not always going to go as planned. So instead of being so hard on yourself, take the lesson, okay, and redirect it. A lot of you need to be sure that you are doing what you need to do to be happy, not waiting on someone else to come in to provide that happiness. And I do feel if you are a person who is in a relationship where you're like, okay, what the fuck is going on as far as this connection? The universe is telling you, like, you are allowing this to pull you in such a dark place. You're forgetting what you asked for prior to this connection. There was a point in time before you met this person, you were doing really, really good. Keeping it a buck. You were doing really, really good before you met this person. Then this person came in, told you all this shit. Someone has the gift of gab, right? Telling you everything that they think you want to hear, but not putting any action behind it. Baby, I need to not only hear it, I need to see it. Where we going? What we doing? What does that look like? Tell me. Take me. You know what I mean? Essence and personality. Someone here is very unique. Duh. You're an Aqua, and if you're not an Aquarius, you're a cross watcher. I do feel like your energy comes through as a very unique person. You have a personality that's hard to ignore. Okay, like people, even if you're not talking, I can literally see someone walking into a place and people automatically turning their heads because they feel your presence, they feel your energy. Your energy is very, very magnetic. Okay, I do have Pluto showing up, shadow and mysticism. Okay, you're a fucking mystery, right? You leave this thing behind where people, even if a person was upset with you for whatever reason they were upset with you, there's still something about you that they love. So I do, in this sense, feel like exes could be coming back. There are people who you may not have spoken to, even if you didn't date these people. These are people who just show up all of a sudden, right? They want to know what you're doing. They want to be your friend. They want to kick it. They want to hang. And it's just like, why? So be prepared for the random pop-ups, okay? Unknown calls, shadowing, someone pretending to be you, someone hiding behind someone else. Okay, community and technology in your 11th house. Yo, community shows up. Community and communication. You guys are asking for success. Here it is. Here it comes. Are you prepared? Right? Like, are you truly ready to take on all of the endeavors and opportunities that you've been manifesting? Because a lot of you are going to have a lot of work to do, a lot of things to complete. A lot of you are going to be busy, okay? Dragonflies have shown up so many times in my readings. I've been seeing them in person. If you have dragonflies around you, if you find that there are bees around you, okay? It's a sign that you are attracting things in a frequency that is so high. Okay, things are going to start swarming in pretty much all at once. Okay, a lot of you are getting ready to tap into a success that is just unremarkable. It's crazy. I feel like a lot of you are getting ready to have things come into play where it's like, damn, my dream really came true. So I want you all to be prepared for this. Leo energy showing up. Okay, North Node of the Moon, new life goal. Yeah, a lot of you... A lot of you asked for this lifestyle, honey. It's coming through, and it's going to be some shit to maintain. I do feel the success of another person coming through, someone who is willing to literally help you in ways that help benefit. I don't know. I just feel like this could be a person who has stability, structure, money. A lot of you could be meeting someone who is already pretty much financially stable, but they want to be able to provide for you, seeing that you provide for everyone else. Okay, let's go ahead and continue clarifying. Wild femininity. Yeah, someone's in their soft girl phase. Okay, I don't know why that came out like that. I just feel like someone is literally in tune with life, if I'm to break it down any more clear, right? This is a person who is like, you know what, I got the fucking sauce, getting back into the game. I'm doing me. Nothing is going to stop me. Feeling yourself is important right now. A lot of you need to gain back the confidence that someone stole from you. I feel like a lot of you were dealing with people or dealing with a person who made you feel like, damn, okay, is something wrong with me? Like, what is it? You know what I'm saying? When there's nothing wrong with you. There's nothing wrong with you. It's just people will fall off because it's not their time. It's your time. So it's one of those things where you cannot force relationships or connections to be what it is that you want, because a lot of times what you want isn't what you need. You know? Is there anything else that we need to know in regard to my Aqua gang? Can we go ahead and clarify community and technology? Thank you. We have Pisces energy showing up. Okay, a lot of you could be dealing with the Pisces. A lot of you could be dealing with a Gemini. A lot of you could be dealing with a Sagittarius. And I also see Taurus. Okay, Cancer shows up too. The Dreamer, challenge and disharmony. So yeah, just clarification that a lot of you are going to go through many challenges until you reach that point of success. I feel like Some of you will allow this to, you know, pull you into a direction that is not needed, right? We don't need to be unhappy because, you know, someone didn't show up for dinner. We don't need to be tripping over the fact that someone didn't call you. I don't know why those two things came out, but I feel like if this is your energy, if this is something that you were going through, you need to be happy with being alone, right? You're alone for a reason in this moment. I feel like we can go ahead and clarify a couple more things. A lot of you are the chosen one, okay? Take responsibility for being fucking amazing. Take responsibility for it. I feel like a lot of you don't give yourself enough credit. A lot of you put yourself on the back burner, and that is what's causing a lot of this fucking chaos in your life, because you should be the one who, for one, is in love with yourself by any means, but at the same time, you should be the one cheering yourself on. Don't allow someone to make you feel low, right? People often put off their insecurities onto other people. Someone here said something to someone, and by someone, I mean you. Someone said something to you that really pushed you off edge. Someone really made you think like, yo, is we good? Let's go ahead and clarify what it is, how my Aquarius should be looking out for. I am enough. Thank you. Let go of expectations. Right. So for the people who made you feel like you wasn't shit, you're the shit. And I honestly feel like there is a lot of regret. If it hasn't already happened, there will be a lot of regret taking place, in the sense that people are going to not have, they're not really going to be able to acknowledge the fact that they've hurt you. They're not really going to come off in a place of apologizing. It's going to be, can we just move past it like nothing ever happened? So I do feel like a lot of you need to realize these are people who are going to come back in the sense of, oh, I didn't mean what I said. You know, we just do this all the time. No, it's not a do this all the time type of thing. I am enough. And I'm so enough and so in love with me, letting go of expectations. I'm willing to let go of people that don't serve me well either. Okay, so being more in tune with the fact, again, you have control as to what type of energy you want around you. Okay, activation, ground, shield, protect. This is all about protection. Protecting your heart, protecting your mind, protecting your spirit. Okay, I feel like a lot of you are coming out of a really sad place. And it feels good to liberate yourself in that aspect, okay? Getting back into the groove of things, partying, dating, okay? Yes, expanding your consciousness. A lot of you are getting ready to endure so much when it comes down to being balanced and having the power to maneuver certain things and certain people in many directions, in the direction that you choose, okay? Do not allow someone to make you feel like you have to wait, okay? What the hell are we waiting on? What am I waiting on? You know what I mean? At the end of the day, if you cannot get it, somebody will. There's someone already prepared for you. That's what I feel like someone here needs to hear. You're waiting on someone to get it together when there is already someone waiting on you to just like get your shit together, right? Pull that. Pull that. But I do feel if you have been going kind of crazy over a connection, trying to figure out what it is, I do feel like this person tries to come around. There is someone who is looking for a breakthrough. Okay, this is a person who may say, I'm working all the time, or I'm trying to get this together for us, and blah, 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 blah. And for many of you, that may be the case, but at the same time, it doesn't mean that you have to wait on that person to get it together. If you feel that you are in a position to do more, do more. Why are we going 20 steps back after, you know what I'm saying, succeeding? No. Surrender. Okay? I do feel a lot of you are like, you know what? I give the fuck up. It just is what it is. I'm no longer going to fight myself. I'm no longer going to question myself. I'm no longer going to cry, be sad. Many of you just need to get your shit together. I know that sometimes I can come off very harsh. At least that's the way that I feel. But I feel like if I don't tell you this, even being an aqua myself, a lot of you aren't going to put shit into first gear. So this is the time where you get your shit together. A lot of you live in your head. Right? And a lot of you are combative with yourself when, again, you should be your biggest fan. Get your shit together. Okay? I'm actually very excited for a lot of you. I feel like financially, aquas have been looking really good. And I know that many of you are going through a very rough patch right now, but it gets better. Again, it's trusting the process, changing your mind frame. Okay? Changing your state of mind, setting boundaries. Okay, and taking on your power, taking full control and responsibility and acknowledging yourself. We don't need to be acknowledged by certain people. We don't need to wait on certain people to make things happen for us. We are very much so capable of getting these things done. So prepare yourself for a shift. Okay. Again, we're in a retrograde right now, which I feel like every day can be a damn retrograde, but take the time to breathe. Okay. Count to 10 if you have to get your mind together. But at the end of the day, make sure that you are thinking before irrationally making decisions. I will see you guys in my next video. I love, 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 love you all. Let's go ahead and run this up. If you are, again, new to my channel, and if you're not new, hit that thumbs up so that way you can be in, the mix when it comes down to my other readings. It just helps to get these videos out to the people that need them the most, and we want to continue to grow our community. The best way to show love to my channel is honestly just by subscribing and becoming a part of the family. I love the fact that you guys, even in the comments, support one another. And that's one of the things that I, take pride in when it comes down to this channel, is like, I really love the fact that you guys support each other here. If you have no other place to feel support, you can come here, which is why it's a safe place. Be sure that you guys are checking out my vlog channel at Sensitive Savage to get a little dose of my own Aquarius crazy ass life. I have a lot of things that I need to upload. I honestly need you guys to help me with a lot of things, and be my friend, right? Like, I need you guys to really step in and tell me what you guys think about certain things, because I also need people to talk to. So if I could get my Aquarius gang to come over to Sensitive Savage and go ahead and give me the real, I don't need nobody else. You know what I'm saying? I don't need to tune in with nobody else. I got my people. So I really, really want you guys to be more in tune with that, so that way you guys can get to know me like I get to know you guys on here. And we will chop it up in my next video. I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.